Welcome. My name is Glenna Bedoya. I'm a yoga teacher, Ayurveda health coach, Reiki practitioner, and somatic awareness guide. I help women fall deeply in love with their lives by making simple, small, steady changes to their routines and self-care habits so that they can live a life they love. And I do that through my program, Wholehearted Being, which is a group coaching experience that blends my almost 30-year study of yoga, Ayurveda, polyvagal theory, and somatic awareness practices. And I'm here with one of my first members, Lisa. She joined the program in February of 2021. And before she started, she rated her overall health and well-being 6 out of 10. And today she rates her overall health and well-being 9 out of 10. And one of the reasons she joined the program was because she wanted not just better health, but she also wanted to age more gracefully and make time to do the things that she loved. And I'm so honored and proud to say she's doing even more than she set out to initially with the program. And so here we are with Lisa, and I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you, Glenna. Well, I'm Lisa. I'm a semi-retired Spanish teacher. Currently, I'm a tour manager with a local travel company. I also teach a few adult Spanish classes and volunteer at a local clinic helping Spanish-speaking uninsured immigrants.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love I love that you're probably doing more now that you're semi-retired than you were.
That's really true. Yeah, I
So,
definitely need a Google Calendar to know where I'm supposed to be.
so just tell us a little bit about where you were at before you started the program. So we did our first clarity call together in February of 2021. Tell me a little bit where you were at that point.
I think I was kind of feeling a little frustrated that I had not met what I thought were my wellness goals at that time. I think I was tired a lot. I definitely wasn't sleeping well, and I don't think I was exercising enough. I kind of had gotten a scare the year before, or a couple different times, because I had two sisters that had gotten breast cancer. I mean, they're in remission now, but that was really scary. One of them is younger, one older. They were both overweight, and that concerned me about my own health. I also don't think I was living really a very balanced life. I think I was going out too much, having a hard time setting boundaries with my time and with friends. And I definitely wanted to be reading more, reflecting, and meditating consistently, and I wasn't at that time.
No, thank you for sharing that. And you had also talked before about how you'd been doing yoga for about 20 years, but hadn't really met the goals in your own health and well-being that you wanted to. Yeah, so yeah, for about 20 years, there was awareness around what you were eating, but you weren't really meeting the goals that you had wanted to, as far as moving more consistently and eating more consistently, and of course meditating more consistently.
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, there was the awareness, but not the follow through, I think is
Yeah,
probably where I was.
that's
Yeah,
the perfect way to say it. Thank you.
right.
Yeah, and that's true for so many of us, right? We know what we should be doing, but we're not doing it.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's where the group support piece can be so huge.
Yes.
Um, what would you say was your main hesitation in signing up?
I think the main hesitation really had to do with money. I was kind of recently divorced. I was living in an apartment at the time, and I had owned a house before I was married, and I also owned one when I was married. And so, not that I was in like a horrible financial situation, I was definitely better than I had been a few years right after the divorce, but I still, spending that amount of money was kind of a big deal for me at that time.
Yeah. So yeah, so you ultimately you started to understand that your health and aging gracefully was more important than potentially buying a house that you weren't quite ready to do anyway. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
that's
that's really true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you ultimately say yes?
I think, I loved the idea of, it being a group of women. I think I've always thrived in groups of women from the time that I was, 7 or 8 in Girl Scouts. I kind of came into my own in that and learned a lot of leadership skills. Always felt like supported in those types of groups. I loved the component of, well, the accountability towards the group to the group, but also the idea that we would have an accountability partner and the idea of getting to know that person a little bit deeper. And really, that piece really was very helpful to me. And just the idea that, you know, that my goal of aging gracefully and being active was really like my principal goal in life, so that I needed to, if I needed to spend money to meet that goal, that was worth it to me.
Yeah. No, I love, yeah, and group support and accountability is huge. Yeah. We know that we get 71% better results when we actually work in a group. And I love that the structure of the program really provided you this goal that you had had for so long of moving more consistently by saying yes and joining the program. Yeah.
Mhm.
What would you say you have gotten out of the program?
I think the 10 daily habits have really helped me live more in balance, and like a more easeful life. I definitely would say that I'm sleeping better. Something that I didn't really necessarily think that I would get out of the course was that I feel like I'm less perfectionistic now. That's kind of been a lifelong struggle through my life. And I really feel like you focused a lot, Glenna, on the idea that, 8 out of 10 is good. And, if you're doing all of this kind of in that way, then you'll see results. And so that was really powerful for me. I would say now I start most days with movement, meditation. I'm planning healthy, plant-based meals, which is something I really never did. I've cut down on caffeine. I would say I've almost eliminated alcohol. I'm doing a boot camp now, 3 days a week. I do yoga once a week, and I walk several times a week. And I've met a goal to read more. I read 13 books in 2022. I'm really proud of that. And I would say that, definitely not daily, but I journal and reflect more consistently than I did before the program.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Yeah, yeah. And I love that you did make the point that initially your goal was really to move more and meditate more. And not only are you doing that, but there's also, you are finding more time to do the things that make you feel nourished, like reading more and having more boundaries around alcohol and caffeine, and even boundaries around going out and staying in, and really being able to understand where your boundaries are and honor your boundaries. The habits really do create such a platform, not just to feel better in our bodies, but also create such a platform of having a bigger understanding of what our needs are inside, in our inner world and our outer world. So
For
thank
sure.
you for
Yeah.
making that point. So do you feel like the program will have a lasting effect?
Yes, it definitely has. I just feel like I'm living a very healthy lifestyle. I think I'm thriving in some new adventures. The tour managing, I've never thought that I would be doing something like that. And I feel like I've kind of, that opportunity came about right around the time that I was finishing the program. And I feel like I kind of took it and ran with it. And I now have bought a condo. I did that last March. And I still check in with my accountability partner. We go to yoga sometimes, walk. So I still have that connection with the program.
Yeah. So at this point, so we're recording this, um, what at January 31st, 2023, and you finished this program about a year ago, correct?
Yeah,
So
gosh. Yeah.
a year out, and
Mhm.
you're still reaping the benefits and just continuing to integrate and grow with the habits and the tools you learned in the program.
Yeah, it really has been life-changing. So I'm so glad that I um yeah, decided to do the program. And I would encourage anyone out there that is having doubts about spending money, it's really the best way to spend your money on your overall health.
Yeah. Yeah. So so you kind of did it already, but what would be your last bits of advice or notes that you, for anyone considering the program?
I just think that they should give it a chance, and I think they will see results. Obviously, if they put their effort into it. I mean, I think I was good about doing the reading and coming to the meetings. I think, of course, that you do have to more than just sign up, obviously, be in it to really get as much as you can out of it. But I would really encourage people to sign up and reap the benefits.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Lisa. Yeah, it was really nice to just reconnect and check in with what you've been up to this since you finished the program. Thank you so much for being here.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Donna. It was
Thank
fun
you.
doing this. Thank you.
Again, my name's Glenna Bedoya. I lead a group of women who are ready to make simple, steady changes in their habits and self-care routines to lead a more powerful life. If you're interested in Wholehearted Being, please sign up with me. We start just by starting with a clarity call. You'll see the link in my bio to sign up and begin your own journey. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.